라이브 거버타 메바지 자 딘도 예 당시 말저디 되서 쉐레 랭잉게 왕거 된가 라당라 데모주제 이시지데라 주 직바당 작바제네 되지 라이브 거버타 메바텔라 주가 왜그 디셰 제네 온게 대자나 왜 된가 살라처와 탈라당와 제와 저기 Vajrayana Madashi Madashi yes. So now the first day of the Chuni Bardo, the Bardo of Dharmata. So that the disease, the who he she is right now in this the Bardo of Dharmata and uh, seeing the bright blue radiant light. Uh, originally, it is projecting from his or her own nature of mind to outside, but most of the people they don't know that that light is projected from their own nature of mind. So she is believing it is coming from outside, and so scared or terrified or afraid of that. The radiant, the blue light. And at the same time, there is a dim light, the dim white light, uh, again looks like a coming from outside, but in reality, it is again his or her that in alaya consciousness, that seed of reborn in God realm. So that is projecting outside. So now, most of the time, the people are kind of attracted toward this dim white light, which is not other than your own karmic seed of reborn in God realm, is coming to kind of attracting you. And then 대신식 그리고 어zer 취지 인지 이시시 저이노스. And we have to, Guru Rinpoche said, we have to recognize this bright, radiant, that blue light, which is almost so bright, so radiant, almost like a 1,000 sun, the coming together. So you can imagine the thousand, like sun is already so bright. So if there are 1,000 sun in the sky, so I mean you can't bear it. So it's almost like you can imagine that the blue radiant light is that much bright, but in reality, it's your own Rigpa is the projecting outside, and the wisdom of Dharma Dhatu. Tēnī dēshīn shēbī wōsē shūjī īngjī īshī shēchā wā tēlā tēpā tā mēpā dōng dōng chēshī Gurumpuji say, and so at that time you should not feel scared, but you have to have a devotion toward that bright, radiant blue light, because it's your own Rigpa, the the Dharma Dhatu, the wisdom is projecting there. 좀 된데 number 나온지 야비움지 독지 어즈리노 오세. And if you look at carefully, uh, the radiant blue light is just not other than that sanjit number nangzi. So number nangzi is veruchana, no? So the Buddha veruchana, the male Buddha Veruchana and female Buddha in a union. So it's a blessing from the Vajrayana Buddha to come invite you, japsu chiu nyambe ge maba chila so ga de jumne de number na je yayin ji chu bar de thang la so la yong number na ji thuk ji yo je na lai lai yo kar bo ta me ba de la ma ga ba ti chu ji tu mu tha bo sa ge lam ji is. Now this is already last time we already explained, and now today we are entering into the second day of Bardo of Dharmata. Yangal de ngo tue jang xie dang dang di de je juan je we dang se la ta dang tue de mo lam dao jiang yang mo lam da jiang yang tu ne xia ni ba la do je sen ba ye la zo la ya nya we ge le nge ni je so long we ge yang ngo tue ne. Now second day, because the first day, the vajrayana is coming from the center of the space in the Bardo. And so now, if your aversion, if your anger is too strong, and because of the too much defilement, so you will be scared by all this radiant light. Molam tabjang tulna shani pala. Now, if you miss that the first day to meeting with Vajrayana Buddha, so now you are entering into the second day of the Bardo of Dharmata. So second day, Dorje Senpai La Chotang, Nyalwege, Lengi Niji Soyo, So now the second day that the Vajrasattva, the Vajrasattva Buddha will come to invite you, and as well as the dim light of hell will also come to invite you. So now Guru Rinpoche will going to make the introduction. Yang now call the his or her name. Okay. So now you have to call his name like in a Chendeji Minibete. So if his name is John or Diamond or Thomas, or call his name. And so now you are continue reading for the disease. The noble son and daughter. Sha Nipala Jungwa Chu number Taupeko Karpo Charo. The second day, so you will experience the purity of the what do you call this the water element. Chu number thakwe. So out of the 5 elements, the water element is when the water element is totally completely pure. So you will see this the white radiant light. So the white is because of the outer 5 element, the water element, the purest water element. So first you will experience the great white radiant light, and from that radiant light, Shingan Tinga Ni Jumde and the Dorje Simbamujubokundo Tinga. Chana Dorje Zenga Namba. So then you will see that the blue Vajrasattva Buddha. So the here the when we say wait a second. Michuepa, so the Akshobhya, the Chomdin, the Dorje Semba Michuepa. So here when we say Vajrasattva Akshobhya, in a blue. The form is blue, and chana dorji apa, and holding the vajra, the five spoke vajra. Langbo chi den la shupa. So reading, sitting on the elephant throne. Uh, this is now the east side, because in the first the Vajrayana came from the center of the space. Now the in the east side, the front side, in front of the Vajrayana. So now Vajrasattva Akshobhya in the blue form is the holding the Vajra in the both hand. So cha langbo che den la shupa yum chom Sanje Chema. The female Buddha name is called Sanje Chema. And Shaljar Rang Shado Chancho Senpai Sai Boda Chamba Metrapani De so a Bodhisattva. You will see the Bodhisattva Sai Ningbo and Bodhisattva Metripa. So both are in the left side and right side of the blue this Akshobhya Vajrasattva Akshobhya. Sema la sema dam pushpe ma ni ji korne se, and surrounding by the female bodhisattva sema and pushpe ma is surrounding. And Sanji ji ko thok ta chane. So you will see the six Buddha all together. The Vajrasattva Akshobhya Yap Yum, the male and female, and then the Bodhisattva male and female. So altogether six, like a form you will appear in the second day of the Bardo of Dharmata. Sukji Pungbo ne so takpegi karbo melon tabugi shi karla tserwa. So now you will from the heart chakra of Vajrasattva, the Vajrasattva Akshobhya, from the heart chakra of Yap and Yum, so that the white radiant light will come toward you. And again, it's same. It's a very, very bright white light coming from the Vajrasattva Akshobhya, so heart chakra from Yap Yum, and it coming toward you as the disease, or who passed away, who is in the Bardo now, who just died few days ago. And now what you are witnessing is the bright, luminous, white light, like almost like a beam of light coming toward you, from the Vajrasattva Akshobhya. Salatang waji dorji senpa yabim jido korne chörang gudun migi tammi ba. So coming toward you, like almost you are not, you're unbearable to see that radiant light. As I told you, like almost 1,000 suns are coming together in migi tammi ba. So ni hong bigi teda nyam nya bigi hödos. And parallelly, there are another, like a kind of dim light coming toward you. So the interesting thing is, in the Bardo, you think you are that small Bardo disease person, mental body, and you think there are outside and there's another light coming from outside. But in the reality, if you zoom out, actually, you are the Akshobhya Vajrasattva, the Vajrayana, all are your own nature of mind is projecting outside, and include the dim light is just projecting from inside to outside, and you are seeing as it is in the outside. In the reality, it's just all you. It's all Rigpa, but because of your dualistic, the habitual, the tendency is too strong, so you are seeing as a separate. That Akshobhya Buddha is separate from you, then Vajrayana Buddha is separate from you, and bright radiant light is separate from you, and the dim light is separate from you. So the problem that we have because of the dualistic, the ego. So now the parallelly there are the nyalgo dukha tameba that smoke light. It's almost like a slightly black but more like a smoke gray, kind of smoke kind of color, the kind of gray color of light, much dimmer, coming toward you parallelly with this white bright luminous light. Chaitanyam Nyalvegi, so that's a light of hell realm. Nyalvego ta mebaji dundo easy da shimara sumni. So now the wisdom, the bright light is the wisdom, the pragya, and then the dim light is your own defilement. So now, because of your aversion, anger, because of in your alaya consciousness, there is so much anger, seed of anger from many lifetime, and that will kind of the become your force, and that will going to attract that smoky gray dim light, because if you attract toward that, so then you are bound to reborn in hell realm. Teta nyam do nyaw go dukha ta me ba ji chang dun do yi shi ji we da shimar su ne ong ge te du su che shedan ge wang ge ga ba da la dang wa da ji kwa da. Chakwa chene chwe nyāwa go dukha chāme pa tēla chwe gawe gu du she chene hōme gu tē chāna chwe karpo chāme pa tēla charwa sāla dāngwa tēla ma chikwa ishi su ngōshi puchi. So Guru Rinpoche is advising or guiding that the bright, radiant, white light is not other than your own Rigpa, your own pragya, your own wisdom. So don't be scared. It's not something else. It's your own Rigpa, and its own pragya, the wisdom. So you have to recognize it. Ngoshe para che she, tela te pa dam pa dong dong che she, chum dorje semba to ga zari se, and you have to have a devotion toward that white, bright, luminous light. So now, one day when you will practice this Thödol, so I can help you to guide you when we practice the Dzogchen Thödol. So you have to look toward the ray of the sun, and then so when you are looking toward the ray of the sun, radiant light, and you will start to see the 5 different kind of lights, the white, blue, all these lights you will start to see. And then if your mind is stable and you have enough devotion, and if you have enough Dzogchen practice, so you will see that every light you can see as the radiant light, then it will transform into the 5 Buddha family. And it really happened in the Thödol. It's not something you create. You will directly experience, and you will see the Rigpa within that light. So so this whole Bardo experience we can go through in the Thögal practice. So the what you will going to experience in the Bardo, you can preview through through this Thögal practice. So these are the. So let's wish. Let's say one day maybe I will teach the Yishi Lama or Lama Yangtik or Yangtik in a Repa retreat. So then we practice all the Tekchu and Thögal and those who are interested in the Dzogchen. So so now magic par ishi so magic par ishi par che de la teba da me ba dong dong jie jie zhom den de do je sem ba tu go zo chap so xiu nyam. So now when you see this white radiant light, so you have to know this is not other than the Buddha Akshobhya Vajrasattva. Then you have to have a, it's not the Buddha Vajrasattva Akshobhya himself is not other than a Rigpa, and it's not other than your own Lama. It's the directly, indirectly, your Lama is coming in the Bardo to come to invite you or liberate you. Dorje Sempa Tuke was a Chauji Mabachi. So, how my Lama Vajra Akshobhya Buddha came to liberate me, invite me. So, you have to have a full devotion. Nyavego Dukhata Mebatela Gamaji. So, don't be uh, try to find a comfort from this dim radiant, dim light, like a smoke light. Otherwise, you will reborn in the hell realm. Ta che 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 da thakpo sakpo ke dikdip je nga suma lami no de la cha na jue nya ba ne so dong de dong a sen mi ze be ga dam do so de dam be de so me jong we gurun bu ji say. So if you attract toward the dim, this gray light, so then you will be reborn in the hell realm, and then there's no way to come out from the hell realm. So be very mindful and aware, and don't be attracted toward the dim light. So that's exactly um, when we practice the Thögal. So, and there is also the bright light will also come, and at the same time there will be a dim light will come. And the dim light is nothing but from the alaya consciousness. It's a represent of five poisons. And then the bright light is not other than when we practice the Thögal, it's your own, the five wisdom are projecting outside as a light, but there's no outside, it's all inside. Te tarpe lam ga ko pa cha yin be te la mi ge ma ta ba she dang bong she te la. So it's if you are attracted toward the dim gray light, it's all because of your the anger that you have been accumulating from countless lifetimes. So that is the result. Tela maje je wo karba sala zero de la meba ji chumne ndor je sembala dimba anda po de la molam de ke the top ji gurum je se, like a totally devotion toward the white bright radiant. So don't be scared, don't be terrified, and it's not other than your own Rigpa, and your Lama is come here to invite you. And it's a blessing of the Akshobhya Buddha, and you have to have a full devotion and this aspiration, the prayer to Akshobhya Buddha. You can repeat with me. Jema shedan chakpo korwa chambe tse melong yishi salve walam la chomden dorje semba lamna tong jal yum cho sanje jeme jabne chor. You can repeat with me, you can just read with me. Bardo jikpe changle taldo sol yangda dzogpe sanje saru jol sheme Shame. So I think until there. So what does that mean is this aspiration prayer to Akshobhya Buddha, the Vajrasattva, is uh, Chema Shedan Chakwa Khora because of the aversion, the anger, I've been in samsara for countless lifetime, include in the hell realm. Melong ishe salve alamla. So this very moment, the second day of the Bardo of Dharmata, so I'm witnessing the Akshobhya Buddha. So Akshobhya Buddha is not other than your own mirror-like wisdom. So as I told you, it's your Rigpa. So there are five wisdom. So the Akshobhya Buddha, Vajrasattva, the blue is like a Sambhogakaya form, the manifestation of your own mirror-like wisdom in a manifestation. Chomden dorje semba lamna thong, yumcho sanje chime japni chor, pardo jikpe tingli taldo so. So may, okay now, so that melong ishi savelam, chomden dorje semba lamna thong, so the Vajrasattva is coming to invite me. So it's almost like the Vajrasat, the Vajrayana Vajrasattva is holding your hand in the front, and from the backside, the female Buddha, Sanje Jema, is pushing you toward the bright light. Bardo jikpe thangli thaldo so, and this that the fearful, may I liberate, may I be safe from this the very scary Bardo, you know. So it's praying to the Buddha Akshobhya. Yangda Dzogbe Sanji Saraju, so may I be enlightened. She Mugu Thabu Molam Tape. So because of your, with the great devotion toward the Akshobhya Vajrasattva Buddha, uh, and that that radiant white light will kind of the it's almost like a vacuum, you know, kind of the force like pull you toward the Akshobhya Buddha's heart chakra. So then you just dissolve. You means the disease who died, who just died, and he was in the Bardo, will be like a suck inside this part, the Akshobhya's heart chakra by this bright radiant light. It's just you know, Sharchungumbar Gavi Shinkamdo, and you will be like a kind of instantly you will be in the eastern this eastern pure land ngomba gawi shinkam to and longcho zo ko sangje jo you will be enlightened as a sambhoga kaya the buddha sangje bo jurus deyang deyadar ngotwe chang so now this is the second day of the Bardo of Dharmata, and because it's the anger is more active. That's why the dim light of gray dim light is coming. And because of the mirror-like wisdom is very active, so the Buddha Akshobhya in the blue form is you are witnessing, you are seeing it. And that from the heart chakra of Akshobhya Buddha, the bright white light is coming toward you. And if you are a Dzogchen practitioner, if you have been practicing Thögal, so for you that will become so easy, as you have been practicing, you have been looking toward the light, practicing, and you will be directly pulling toward that bright light, and you will directly enter into the heart chakra of Akshobhya, and you will directly kind of uh, enter into the Eastern Pure Land, Eastern joyful Pure Land, and you will instantly the blessing of the Akshobhya, so you will instantly have a Sambhogakaya awakened, fully enlightened. And so that is, if you can recognize the Akshobhya Buddha and all the other Bodhisattva, the six manifestation as your own Rigpa is manifesting. Secondly, if you have a strong devotion toward the Akshobhya Buddha, and knowing the Akshobhya Buddha is your Lama, Lama is Akshobhya Buddha inseparable. And thirdly, they all are not other than your own Rigpa. And you have to have you must have a devotion, the strong devotion or trust, let's say. And you just have to jump toward that light, totally, completely not giving any interest toward this dim, gray, smoky light, because that is all your aversions manifestation, and it will pull you toward the hell realm. So now the second day, Shachungombar Gavishing to Longju Zobu Kursan Jebujuros, Dean Tedrango to Chang Ajalta, Digdi Chewe Kanza Lala, Tukji was a Chachula Jigde, Tuebe, Yang Sha Sumbala Jumden de Ringjung, Rinchen Jungden Jinacho the Me, Walamni Sualong was. Now, if you miss the second day again, then because of your pride, the pride defilement, and tukji wazirji chakshula jikte trepe, and then you will again enter into the third day of Bardo of Dharmata, and you will going to meet the Ratna Sambhara Buddha, Rinchen Jungde Hala Chotang, me Lam, and then you will see the human dim light, and that's how it will happen in the third day. That every negative emotions are translate as a dim light in the Bardo. So that's why it's good to not keep increasing the negative karma and keep watching your own Rigpa, and you will see all the five elements, all the five poisons, all the five skandhas. Everything what you're seeing is not other than your own Rigpa. Include the table, chair, wall, sky, your own body, your own thoughts. Include your shit, it's manifestation of your own Rigpa. So you will be so surprised. There is not one tiny atom in this world is not manifestation. Everything, include the smallest thoughts to the gross material. Everything is your Rigpa. Include the negative emotions. So more you look at the Rigpa, so in the Bardo of Dharmata, you will see that you will recognize that all the radiant, bright light as your own Rigpa, And I think the training should be start from now on. Everyday life. So nam di tam che zikpa nyu tom ne nye pen da nam pam che sing che ga na che pa lao to pa. Si pe cho le do wa tol war sho ge wa ti nyu do da chak ja chen po do jo. Do wa chik jam ma le ba te sa lam go par sho.